Hi, welcome to the drawing class. My name is Eric Sanchez. I'll be your instructor this semester. We are running through 2 modules this week, so I wanted to make sure you had that idea, right, and that was set in your mind. And you've got a couple of things you need to make sure happen. So just as far as like navigating the class, this is 100% online. This is an online course. I will have these weekly videos, and this first one's on the home page, but from here on, they'll probably be at the beginning of your module. So just anticipate that when you start, each module number corresponds to the week that we're on. So module 0 is your orientation, and you got a meet and greet, and you also have an orientation quiz. For module 1, that's going to be your first week of assignments. Yes, we are drawing this week, so you need to have supplies. For this particular class, there might be a slight modification, but you should mostly try to get all of your dry media drawing materials in. There's different papers. One paper that we may not actually use for this class as much is the newsprint. I use that more for the figure drawing class, or when we're in person, we would actually be utilizing the newsprint. That is the one that is probably not going to get used as much for this class. So if you had to skip one thing, that would be it. If you're buying the kit, it's included. It's not that much of a cost, really, in the bigger scheme of things, and it's a really great practice paper when you're trying to do something large, but you're just trying things out, right? So with that in mind, there's also a book, but the book is recommended. The book is optional. The supplies are not. You need the supplies in order to do the drawing. There's like several different papers in there, mixed media paper, a sketch pad, and a drawing pad. We're running through charcoal. We're running through all kinds of material. There's a video on that. The other thing that you need to make sure, so get your supplies. That's one. 2, run through module 0, the orientation, finish the meet and greet icebreaker and the orientation quiz. And then start working on your actual assignments. So we're going to be doing an exercise working with line weight and stroke width, right? Or line width, right? So there's the weight, which is how much pressure you push and pull. And then there's the width, like how thin and how thick is that line. So I want you to manipulate a pencil. This can be done for the particular first week. You got a little bit of a grace period for getting your supplies, but we are up and running next week. So you need to figure that out as soon as possible. The other thing we'll have is a sketchbook assignment. So I'll have you working with just kind of like a free form sketchbook assignment this particular week. If for some reason you're tight on, for this first week, I can, most of these can be done with a number 2 pencil and any sheet of paper, right? So the first week, I'm a little more lenient, but as we start getting into next week, it's directly related. I need you to work on the particular supplies we're using for this class. You can also reach me in a few different ways. One is the Calendly app. And that one is just like a scheduler, and you'll see that on the home page. My biggest priority is use Canvas first, use the Canvas messaging. If that's something that seems like maybe it's too complicated to answer, let's set up a Zoom session, and that's what the Calendly app is for. It's for scheduling a day and time to meet with me for like a 15-minute session, any sort of question you have, like, I don't know how this material works, or I'm completely lost in the class, or I love this class, do you have another resource on X or Y? It's really open as to what kind of question you have. Maybe you just want to talk about, what is it like, or where should I be in my art path, right? Are you looking to try to solicit commissions at this point? Are you working in designing a website for yourself? It doesn't have to be just 100% questions about drawing. So it might be just questions of being an artist. I just want to leave you with that. I think that's about it. If you got any questions, of course, reach out to me on the Canvas inbox, or set up an an appointment with the Calendly app, and I will be on campus handing out kits on certain days and times. If not, maybe I'll run into you then. If not, we'll figure something out. Do check in with me, every couple weeks. I would say I love seeing you face to face. I will be sending you information on Open Studios. That means there'll be certain days and times I'm at the campus that you can actually come in and work. And I believe believe we have it mostly set for Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And that will be for like the 3D area and the 2D area. So Lucy Snow and I are collaborating. We're trying to make this work so you have access to studios to work in, because maybe your home environment isn't the best art studio. And so we'll try to supply a space for you to work safely. If you have any questions at all, feel free to contact me. I look forward to working with you. All right, take care.